It's been a while, y'all. I'm excited to update you. 2-month update. I'm just getting off of work, so I'm gonna go in, have some coffee, get situated, and I'll be right back. Good morning and welcome back. It's about to be good night for me because I just got off of work. But y'all, listen, I have to fit in creating content when I can. So I'm in the bed. I just got off of work. Baby boy is right here behind me. I'm hoping he'll go back to sleep with me. Brandon took the kids to school, and I thought I would just take this opportunity to kind of do a 2-month update, starting with it'll be postpartum and newborn. So it's going to be starting with me, and then I'm going to take a nap with baby boy. And when I wake up later on today, when he's up and he's dressed and he's in good spirits, I will record his 2-month update. And he can actually be in the video. So let's just jump right into it. It's been a while since I updated you guys. I think a month is what it's been since I've updated you guys, and a lot has happened. I'm back at work. Lots going on with breastfeeding. It's just so much that I want to get out to you guys, but it's just been a whirlwind since he's been born, and it's been nonstop. So I have to find time to play catch up. I said that in November I would start and really be intentional about creating content, and I'm going to try to stick to my word as best as possible. If I slip up and y'all don't hear from me every now and then, look, give your girl some grace, okay? Because God knows I'm giving myself grace during this time, because it's a lot. So I got my handy dandy notes here, and I'm gonna go ahead and get into my 2-month postpartum update. So and this is kind of piggybacking off of my 1-month update. So if you haven't watched that, go ahead down in the description and click that video and watch that first, and then come back to this so you can be caught up, because like I said, it is piggybacking right off of that. So postpartum bleeding, I stopped bleeding at week 7. Now, I don't know how to explain this, and I don't have any experience with it, and I don't know anybody with experience with it, but boy, he's so noisy. But I stopped bleeding at week 7, and as I was still bleeding from my C-section and my tubal ligation, I also started my period. When I tell y'all that it has been such a different healing process with the C-section and tubal ligation, I am not lying to you at all. It has been very different, very weird. It's been a lot. So I was still bleeding from the surgery when I got my period back. Yeah, I'll just leave that at that, because I don't know enough about any of that and how all of that worked. But all I know is your girl got her period back, true to form. It wasn't at 4 weeks like usual, but it was definitely before the 2-month mark. So 6 weeks, almost 7 weeks, I went back to work, which that is very different. Usually I stay home a little bit longer with the kiddos, but I needed to get back to work as soon as possible for financial reasons after him. And so it was right before the 7-week mark, I went back to work, and work has been good. I'm glad to be back in my bag. when we get over to the newborn update, I'll get more into how that is affecting my postpartum healing process and like how that's affecting the baby. My supply breastfeeding has gone up and down. I did start to take supplements to increase, as well as I have increased pumping this time around. Usually I do exclusive latching, but I decided to pump. Not decided, I was forced to pump because I'm going back to work. So at this point, I feel like I'm pumping a little bit more than I'm latching him. I've played with the idea of exclusively pumping, but then I end up changing my mind and not doing that. I still haven't decided exactly what I want my breastfeeding journey to look like, and that is okay. That is okay. He is almost 3 months, and it's just, I don't know exactly what is going to work for us in the long term. So right now we are pumping, we're latching. I've had to give formula because his demand is a lot larger than my supply. Working on that. That's a whole thing. I feel like there needs to be a whole video just on breastfeeding, but that just adds more to my to-do list. So we're just gonna talk about it, keep talking about it during these updates, honey. Yeah, my supply is usually in abundance, and I usually have an oversupply. That is not the case with this postpartum journey. I'm creating pretty much exactly what he needs, which is good, and I'm thankful and I feel blessed for that. But at the same time, going back to work it's stressful because I want to have a freezer stash, and I do, but it's only like enough to last him a day, and that does not make me comfortable. And like I said, we have supplemented with formula. I'm trying to get away from that completely and have him just on my breast milk, but you know, you roll with the punches at this point. What are you talking about, Mia? What are you doing? Cutest smile ever. So not too many feelings of postpartum depression. I have had some low moments, and I think that has been because I've had sudden dips and rises in my hormones. It's also very much situational. We have gone through financial hardship since he's been born, and that has caused a lot of my low moments. But, you know, I'm working through it, and I've allowed myself on the days where I feel down, I've allowed myself to feel down instead of fighting it. You know, today I'm staying in bed. I'm going to gather myself and reset and get back at this. I did talk to my doctor about this. She did prescribe me antidepressants, but we agreed that I would have them on hand just in case I felt out of control. But I'm doing my best to manage without any type of antidepressants if possible. But I am not against them. I've used them in the past. When I needed them, they've worked wonders. I've tapered off when I felt like I was getting better. And all in all, I've had, a good experience with antidepressants when I've needed them after pregnancy. Of course, at 6 weeks, I was cleared for exercise. And going back to work, of course, I'm back at work. As far as my weight, I kind of I've kind of plateaued out and just hit I'm right back around 170 where I was before I got pregnant, and I'm not losing and I'm not gaining. So this is the most comfortable I've felt with my body after any pregnancy. I feel really comfortable in my skin, even though I'm not at my goal weight, and just with how good I want to feel. I'm not at that goal that I've set myself up for yet, but I do feel really good. Bless you, sweetheart. But I do feel really good. So I haven't started exercising yet. I do my TikTok dances, I sweat, And that's been enough for me at this moment, just because I've been doing a lot of running around and, you know, yeah. So I'm not in a specific exercise routine, but hopefully by the top of the year, I will be able to have something set in place as far as that. I am looking for new vitamins and a good probiotic. So those of you who are watching this, if you know of a good vitamin and probiotic, please drop that down in the comment section. Your girl needs to get on top of that. I am still seeing my my OB for this pregnancy. What, guy? What? I'm still seeing my OB because I had that high blood pressure after pregnancy. So she's seeing me through week 12 just to make sure that my numbers stay good. My blood pressure is now fine, but she's still continuing to see me just to make sure I stay doing good. What, baby? What? So I see her actually this coming Friday, and I'm gonna request, which I've already put it in the portal so she knows, you know, what I'm looking for this visit, but I'm gonna request for her to check my blood levels again, as far as my iron and my hemoglobin, just to make sure I don't need any more iron infusions. Since I've had baby, I had a few right before I had, actually, I want to say like my last one was like maybe the week that I had him. So I've been feeling extra tired when I got my period back. So far I've had 2 periods. I just got off my last one a little less than a week ago. And it was extremely heavy. Like, I've never experienced anything like that before. And I was really tired. Like, I didn't even feel comfortable being with my baby by myself, because it literally for 3 days straight felt like I was going to pass out at any moment. And I should have gone to the ER. My doctor told me to go to the ER, but that would have meant possibly missing work. And I know y'all don't come for me in the comments. I know that was not a smart idea, but listen, I wasn't about to go sit up in the ER. Also, I'm pretty sure it has to do with the tubal ligation that I had. That's the only thing that is different about this postpartum journey, as far as like physically what my body went through. I had the tubal ligation during my C-section, and my period is just crazy heavy. And that is really why I want my levels checked, just to see, you know, if my iron and hemoglobin are low, if I need a transfusion, iron transfusion, not blood transfusion, but an iron transfusion. And if I need to look at that being a regular thing until my period balances back out. I don't know if that's my new normal. I don't know, child, but I kind of feel like I should have did a little bit more research. But let me not say that, because I did ask those questions of my provider, you know, what the side effects and things would be. And I did read up on it a little bit, but it's just kind of one of those things where you read about it and you don't really think it's going to happen to you until it does. And so I don't want to say I regret the tubal ligation. I don't. I love the freedom that the tubal ligation gives me, if you get where I'm going. But yeah, I think I feel comfortable making sure my blood levels are fine, and then after that, that will give me peace of mind. And then dude, I'm only 9, 10, 11 weeks out, you know, postpartum. And even though it feels like it's been a long time, that's not a long time at all. And it's not enough time to give my body to get back to its normal or its new normal. So, you know, I know that I have to be patient with myself and with my body, physically and mentally. So, but you know, the blood draw, checking my levels will just give me peace of mind. So I'm going to do that on Friday, and we'll see how that goes. I haven't had any more like really deep down abdominal pain. I talked about that in my first update after I had the baby. I'm not experiencing that anymore, so thank God for that. Yeah, the worst thing right now is just when I have my period, the bleeding. So before I had the tubal ligation, I would have like a 5-day cycle, like period of bleeding. And it would not be, the bleeding wouldn't be too heavy, heaviest on day 2, and then would just taper off for like the next 4 days, 3 days. Now that I have the tubal ligation, it's like 4 days of like, the first day was like medium level bleeding, and then days 2, 3, and 4, crazy, and then abruptly it just stops. So I do like that it's a little bit shorter, but it's just the amount of bleeding that is trash. I can't. That is a lot, y'all. Like, so much to where it affects my day-to-day activity. You already know, as a woman, you don't want to go to work. You don't want to do anything when you're in your cycle. So just imagine having a super heavy cycle and having to be really, really active. That's my situation. Anyway, so that is really it for me as far as postpartum. Yeah, I can't think of anything else, and that's all that I really wrote down for myself. Yeah, so he's so noisy. I'll tell you guys why when I get to his portion of the video. But for now, I know you can see it. I'm tired. I worked overnight and I just got off of work, and I found that this was, a nice little opportunity for me to record this before we go back to sleep for the morning. I'm about to knock out, and when I wake up and I get him dressed, we will continue the rest of this video, and I will do the newborn update, and you'll learn all about what little Gray has been up to. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. You ready to go? And finally, on to this little guy. Say hi. Say hi. Say, put those little feet toes up. Say hi. Say hello. I am 4 months. I am Brandon Gray. I love my mommy. I love my daddy. I love my sisters. I love this sound. Yeah. This little guy, I don't even know what to say, you guys. When I say having a son just melts my heart, I don't even know where to begin. He's such a good baby. He's so sweet. His temperament is just very calm. All of his doctor's appointments have been very good. He's hitting all of his milestones. Excuse him. We're working on it, okay? He is right now at 4 months. He is in the 81st percentile, so he is definitely living up to his sisters as far as length. Now, as far as his weight, he is down in the 9th percentile, and his pediatrician is keeping an eye on him. We've updated, Lord. We have, he is supplemented with formula because my supply has not been able to keep up with his demand for breast milk. So we still breastfeed. We breastfeed at least 2 to 3 times a day. I pump while I'm at work, and we latch when I am at home. And then he is on Similac Advanced, and we have upped his calorie intake. So you know how there's like 1 scoop to every 2 ounces of formula. For him, it is 2 scoops to every 1 ounce of formula. Just upping that calorie to try to get his weight up. He only weighs 13.6 pounds. I think so. I will put it on the screen after I double check. 13.6 pounds, but he is completely healthy. When we had his 2-month update, the doctor did diagnose him with a mild case of tracheomalacia. This is something that Aaliyah also had, but Aaliyah's was very severe. She was born with it. For him, if you kind of listen to, he has noisy breathing. Let's see if you can hear it. Can you kind of hear that? You can kind of hear it a little bit. And it's just where the trachea is still not all the way like firm, structured. Yeah. As you can see, he's starting to talk a lot. But it's not, his trachea is not all the way structured and firm. So you'll hear a little bit of that in his airway, but it's not affecting his oxygenation or anything like that. So this boy, I'm going to insert some videos because this boy is trying to sit up already. And all of this started at 3 months. So he is trying to sit up already. He is trying to scoot already. He's rolling from his back to his stomach. Yeah, back to stomach. Well, first he was rolling from his stomach to his back. And now at 4 months, he's now rolling from back to stomach. He's now reaching for things. He's tracking you. He is letting us know really well, like right now, when he doesn't want something, when he's uncomfortable, when he's hungry. He does the mouthing movements. When he's done, he will push the bottle away. He will release the boob and kind of push off of me. He's in leap 4 right now. I'll leave the app in the description of the app that I use to keep up with his neurological leaps, and that kind of gives you an idea of where your baby is as far as neurological growth. I've talked about it on my Instagram. I will plug my Instagram here, and I've talked about that app and how we follow it and and keep up with it. It's a really good app to have, and it really does ease some of the emotions that you go through as a parent. It takes away some of the concerns and worries and things like that. Just remembering that all babies move at their own pace. No one baby is the same, not even your own. Don't compare your own. Definitely don't compare your children to any other children, because everybody is their own individual. They grow at their own rate. And yeah, so the Leap app that I use really does remind me of that, and really does give me ease when I feel like I don't know what's going on with him. So but yeah, when he does breastfeed, he's very comfortable at the boob, always has been, latched right away. It's simply a matter of my supply not being able to keep up with him. Now, I don't know if this is because I went back to work at 6 weeks. If you watched any of my earlier videos, we fell into some financial hardship and I wasn't able to stay off of work as long as I would have liked. But nonetheless, we are blessed. We are getting through it. We have about another month to get through that. But I do believe that the stress of it all did have an effect on my supply, or maybe it didn't. Sometimes it just, every journey is different. This is why I've always said every breastfeeding journey is completely different. So I still look at it as a success. When it first happened, I was really stressed out. And I have some amazing nurses that I work with at my hospital who there's like 5 of us on my shift alone that breastfeed, and at least 2 of them offered to give me milk from their stash. We never did, for no particular reason. We just went ahead and started supplementing. It was easier to do it that way. So, and he is a strong, healthy, bless you, and happy baby boy. So he did have RSV when he was around 1.5 to 2 months. If you hear noise in the background, the family is having dinner and I'm getting ready to go off to work, enter into this new year making some moolah, baby. Hey, what are you doing? Look how long his arms are, guys. His hands are big, his feet are big. His little toes are so long. He's gonna definitely be a long baby. Lost my track of thoughts. But yeah, so he's good. We did get him circumcised. That went really well. I was a ball of nervous. Where you going? Where you going? We got him an activity center, so he sits in that. We also got him a chair so he can sit up. He also, and I'll insert videos of all of this, he also likes to sit in his boppy pillow. He sits up in his boppy pillow. So yeah, he is growing. He's standing. You can't see, but he's literally like standing and like does the movement for walks. I don't allow him to put all of his weight on his legs just yet. We did just get him a walker, just waiting for the go ahead on that. I know most pediatricians don't agree with using walkers anymore, but I'm old school. It's never hurt any of my kids. The only one who didn't use it was Serenity, and she's the only one who was a late walker. I'm not saying that's the reason, but yeah, we're just gonna go back to our roots and do things how we done them in the past with him. I'm also more than likely going to start him on solids a month early. Back when I had my 13-year-old, that's when we were doing solids. It was okay to give baby solids starting at 3 months. So we followed the guidelines with all of the children as far as starting them on solids at 6 months. With him, just because his weight is a little bit less and his appetite is a little higher, which is really weird to me, we are going to more than likely start him on solids, maybe a little bit of cereal in the morning, just to see if we can satisfy him a little bit more, get his weight up, see if he tolerates it. Like I said, it's just a month early, so it shouldn't affect him in a negative way. If anything, more positive than anything. Breastfeeding, I might stop at 6 months just because it'll be easier for both of us, or I might just stop pumping at 6 months and only latch him when I'm home at 6 months. My work schedule has changed where I'm working for 3 days and then off for 4, you know, regular hospital shift, 12 hours. So yeah, I think that'll be helpful to both of us, and me just being here. And who knows, my supply might kick up and we may be able to kick the formula for the last 6 months. I don't know. Either way, I'm good with it. He is now sleeping through the night for the most part. Yes, son. Yes, son. What are you trying to tell the people? What are you trying to tell the people, huh? He might get up every now and then once in the middle of the night. He definitely sleeps for Brandon. When I'm at work, I work overnight still. So he definitely sleeps for Brandon through the night, of course. And when I'm home, he gets up maybe once every now and then to eat around 3 a.m. Sometimes he sleeps all the way through till 7. Yeah, he just started reaching out for things, his toys, his rattles, and playing with his toys. So it's really exciting to see him move. I feel like he is moving faster than my girls did. So I don't know. I'm kind of watching, and I will update you guys with that. Maybe make a whole video on the difference between having a boy and having a girl. And you know, again, no one baby is the same. So if I do make the video, this will just be my boys and my girls and the differences between them, not necessarily the differences in all boys and girls, like clearly, you know. So with that being said, mama has to go to work right now. I just wanted to make sure I recorded this video because the first part of this video was actually recorded like a month ago. Luckily, there's been no changes with me postpartum, and that's the part of that video that was recorded about a month ago. But I wanted to make sure I get this video out. My attempt is to get it out today on New Year's Eve, so we go into the new year 2023 with all new fresh content. And yeah, we're excited about the new year. We're excited about his growth. We're excited about the girls and the girls and all of their growth and all that they have going on. I'm excited to get back to my motherhood woman / lifestyle vlogs, back to cooking, and things are just kind of settling down. And it was a whirlwind going into having 6 children, and I did not think it would be. Son, can I talk? That's mad rude. I did not think it would be so much of a whirlwind, but it was. And, you know, we got through it. We got through it, and we're at the tail end, and we are just very excited. So if you are new here, by the way, I have a lot of new subscribers here. So hello, hey girl, hey boy, hey. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you will continue and stay a part of this tribe and just, you know, come along with me in life. Drop a comment below, say hey, introduce yourself. I talk back. Follow me on Instagram. I'm definitely very active on there. I'm active on TikTok. I will plug all of those links in my description to those different pages so you can just see what we're up to. We love to do TikToks and reels on Instagram and things like that. So lots of new fun content coming. I'm excited to get back to creating because I wasn't able to for a while. Just life was really lifing for a minute. So if you're new here, thank you so much, and I hope to get to know you going forward. If you are already a subscriber, you already know I love you, I appreciate you, and it's good to see y'all and talk to y'all again, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Say bye. Bye. Give the people kisses. Give the people Can I have a kiss? Yes.